finishing up paintings. Before you put them on your website or before you submit them to a show, you want them to be the best you can be. I have a stack here. These are some I've done over the last year or so. I want to go through them. I want to see if I can add a pizzazz to some of them, do a little touch of something to finish it up, or just step back, re-examine it, and say it's good. You can join me as I go through these and see some of my solutions. It might give you some ideas for your solutions. This one I think I'm going to add a few crows in to the field in the distance as they're coming down and feeding off some of the dead grass. Just random dots, more like lines. I'm trying to think crow shape. I can have a couple up in the sky. If I don't mess it up, I got to make sure this is sharp enough. It's getting windy. All right, it's the fine charcoal, something a little deeper now. And where's that where's that black that I had going on here? So thicker and then thinner. I'm pushing down to get a thicker line and then lifting it up to get basically a triangular shape. That's basically what crows are like on the ground. That one's right at the horizon, not a good spot for it. Okay, they're coming in for landing. Irregular darkness. These are all too evenly spaced, I think. Subtle, but it just might help things calm down a little bit. And sometimes if you're not sure, you can look up an image of a crow. Images. That's a good shape right there. So it's a shape. It's kind of an oval body, short neck, long tail. And it needs to be darker. It needs a good shading. And some grass coming up past it. Got to sit it down into that grass. Do-do-do. What else? What else? I want the light catching the top of some of these grasses here. Be a little more dramatic. The light was streaming across these fields. And I want to capture that feeling. I'm using this peach over the green to soften that darker edge of the field back there. It was too strong. It was pulling itself forward. So this is just a soft glaze to push it back into the distance. Yeah, good enough with that one. Sometimes when I lose the freshness, I'm not as excited about a painting, but this is kind of fun. I want to fix a couple crows. Need another one toward the front. Thicker and head. This one has always been fairly subtle, so I just want to punch it a little bit. I think that's the color that's there. And it's surprising to find out that I don't really have any oranges. I have like one orange in my box, a true orange. Well, maybe 2 or 3, but not much really. I want to dapple a little bit here to get a sparkle across the top of the water. And I want this pretty horizontal. And the reflection in the water is usually a little bit darker than what's happening in the sky. Let's see if I have something, the next value up in that same hue. And I really don't. Let's check this one. That's more of an orange and it's quite a hard pastel. How about this one? This one might work. Bringing in a little more glow behind the trees. Damn, that's the second one I've dropped today. I can't keep breaking my pastels, especially when it's a color I don't have much of. Excuse my language. And maybe a hint of light hitting those trees right there. Nope, that's not a flat side. I'm looking for an edge that's fairly flat. Okay. That way I know what it's doing and I can control it a little better. I just want to touch the treetops here with a little green as if that light's coming through, and a hint on the grass. A little bit more than what was there. Yeah, I think that pops it somewhat. Let's see if I can't soften a little bit there, because I just want that on the very edge. Looking at it, thinking about it, that blue in the tree, I think I have a new blue. I think I have a Grumbacher that I can use. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that Grumbacher is rather dark. Creating more of a glow near where the sun is coming through, and a little balance of it off on the other sides. I'm liking this better than I did it than what it was doing before. Yeah, I like that. Maybe hint down here to tie in that blue and that orange above. Hint here. Not vertical, horizontal across the top of the water, and then reflection down. Just drag it a little bit. Step back. And I would like to have a little more brightness in the sky. Glaze so that some of that salmon color still shows through, and a couple dots on top of the water here, just to help it sparkle a little bit. Checking it all over, listening to the crow talking to me. I think this needs more continuity in the sky behind. It's a little orange, a little, needs something deeper but not too bright. I'm not really blending, I'm barely touching right there, barely touching. Bring it into this sweep on this other side. So that the painting does not become disjointed. just a subtle hint of it. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm going to take a step back, check it out. I have a line right here. Not sure where that came from. Pastel stick, obviously. I need a hint of magic. How's this? Is this soft? Step away from the easel.